Ciao everyone and welcome back to a new episode of Learn Italian 0 to Hero. Today we'll learn about elision, for it's a concept that might seem tricky at first but is essential for mastering the language's flow. So today we'll break down its rule, exceptions and nuances. Ready? Let's start! Elision, in Italian, is the suppression of the vowel at the end of a word when it's followed by a word beginning with a vowel. Simply put, we have an elision when two vowels come into contact, and the first one is dropped, creating a smoother transition between words. For example, instead of saying lo albero, the tree, we say l'albero, where the vowel o in lo is elided. In Italian, elision is indicated by an apostrophe, not to be confused with the accent that marks stressed vowels. A fun fact about the word elision itself. This term originates from the Latin word elidere, a combination of the reinforcing particle e and the verb ledere, which means to damage. Thus, etymologically, elision suggests something that has been cut off or severed. And now that we have a basic understanding of elision, let's see how to use it, since in Italian elision is mandatory in some cases, forbidden in some others, and optional in all the remaining ones. Elision is mandatory in the following cases. First, with the masculine article lo. For example, we don't say lo amico, but l'amico, the friend. Number 2, with the articulated prepositions derived from lo. For example, we don't say and write dello amico, but we say dell'amico, of the friend. Number 3, with the preposition di. For example, we don't say and write di inverno, but d'inverno, in winter. Number 4, with questo, quello, bello and santo. For example, we don't say and write questo uomo, but quest'uomo, this man. Not quello albero, but quell'albero, the tree. Not bello esempio, but bell'esempio, beautiful example. Not Santo Antonio, but Sant'Antonio, Saint Anthony. Last, when ci precedes a word starting with e. For example, we don't say and write ci è, but c'è, there is. On the other hand, elision is forbidden in the following cases. First, when lo and derived articulated prepositions precede a word starting with a semiconsonant i. For example, lo iodio, the iodine. Number 2, with un, as it's a case of truncation rather than elision, because un, with the apostrophe, is used instead of una. For example, if we write un autista without the apostrophe, it means that a driver is a man. However, if we write un autista with the apostrophe, it means that a driver is a woman. Number 3, when le function as a feminine personal pronoun, singular or plural. For example, io le ho viste. I saw them, where them is feminine. Number 4, when li functions as a masculine plural personal pronoun. For example, io li ho visti. I saw them, where them is masculine. Number 5, when ci precedes a word starting with a, o, u or h. For example, ci abbiamo provato. We tried. Number 6, with the preposition da, to avoid confusion with di. For example, da Agrigento, from Agrigento. However, some expressions don't follow this rule, since they are so common that there's no risk of misunderstanding. For example, d'ora in poi, from now on. Last, whenever there's a sequence of words where the first two already present an elision. For example, l'altro amico, the other friend. However, as before, some expressions are so common that they don't follow the rule. For example, l'altro anno, last year. Before saying goodbye, I like to share a useful story many elementary school teachers used to help their students with elision. Once upon a time, Lo met Amore, and they immediately fell in love. But there was an issue. Lo ended with a vowel, and Amore started with one. And in the world of words, this can't happen. So, Lo had to make a decision, cutting off its vowel once and for all. The joy of the union was great, but so was the pain for the lost vowel. The time passed and the pain with it. Nevertheless, something remained in the memory of the lost vowel sacrificed by Lo. A tear, the apostrophe. So remember, every time a word has to sever its vowel to stay with its lover, we can't forget its sacrifice. We can't forget the apostrophe. In conclusion, understanding elision is crucial for achieving Italian fluency. It not only makes your speech sound more natural, but also helps you navigate the nuances of Italian grammar with ease. Remember, elision is a small but powerful tool that connects words smoothly, making the language flow like music. So, the next time you practice your Italian, pay attention to those apostrophes. They might just be the key to mastering the language. That said, if you have any doubts or feedback, the comment section is waiting for you. Grazie for watching and
Arrivederci.